Happy weekend, party people. We've got a big heat wave hitting the West Coast. We've got severe weather punching through the heartland in the USA and the Canada. The Schumann resonance is zip-zapping, and the sun is still getting its freak on. Plus, we've got a super post-sunset sky planet show with the moon, Venus, and Mars. And then we're in Moonraker 2021 stuff with Richard Branson trying to go to space or low Earth orbit on Sunday at 2 p.m. So buckle up, buddies. And congratulations on surviving the June 26th through July 10th. WTF, all this shit feels bleak. Period. We made it. Now things will still be dangerous, but the energy should be calming down at least until November. And then November should be a total shit show. Oh my God, this is horrible. Period. Probably again. So be mentally, spiritually, and physically prepared for that. Just giving you a heads up. Also, we got $139 left to raise in my THORnews July fundraiser. And then I'll go live and we will celebrate. So if you'd like to contribute, I have a snail mail, PayPal, a Venmo, a Cash App, a love for you, a Patron as well. And I will continue to do what I can, bring you guys the best information in a very timely fashion. And we're like 24 hours away from the 2-year anniversary of the All-Star Asteroid Fight Club meeting that kicked off the atmospheric defense team / prayer warriors / Asteroid Fight Club hurricane season defense dominance asterisk. And I give them an A+ for what they did with Elsa, keeping it to a tropical storm, though there was still a whole lot of flooding. And I'm just saying, we definitely have our eyes on hurricane development at all times, and I'll let you know, give you like 10-day advance if we think we're about to get hit with something. Right now, the chances of hurricane or tropical storm development in the Gulf or the Atlantic over the next week to 10 days seem low. Anything's always possible, though over in the Pacific, it is kind of heating up towards Mexico, and it will be heading towards Hawaii, but we'll be keeping an eye on them. Even though it seems like they have hurricanes under control for the moment, flooding has definitely been very problematic in multiple areas of the United States and definitely parts of the world, because Jupiter and Neptune are still in Pisces. Here we're looking at mixed precipitation over the next 48 hours, and you can see the red is the possibilities of severe weather. Shout out to Mikey T. He's finally home and out of the hospital. Thank you to everybody out there for all your prayers. And stay tuned to everybody out there, because look, this is more heavy rain for a lot of the places that are already saturated with wetness. And you've got the possibility of deep monsoonal moisture in Arizona and New Mexico. Plus, this definitely looks floody, man. That looks like a problem. I'll say it again. This looks like a major problem over the next 7 days. Florida, you too are probably going to still be getting flooding and wetness. So everybody be paying attention, because these areas have been getting hit hard. Okie dokie. The sun continues its hey, I'm waking up period, as we have 2 sunspots in the sun right now, and we had 3 C-class impulsive flares that were associated with relatively narrow coronal mass ejections. So that is interesting. Although these sunspots are turning away from the sun, we will definitely continue to watch out for more solar activity. And I think if humanity doesn't get its shit in gear, the sun will fire a warning shot over the bow by the time 2021 is over. We'll have to see. Mentioned again, this area could be getting hit with heavy flooding today across multiple states. I believe that's Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, ? Yeah, a giant heat wave moving through the West Coast, which is going to cause major problems for power grids, so they say. And there's a chance Death Valley could break its all-time record at 132 degrees, which might even set the America heat record. So everybody stay cool during this hot weekend. America's like a McDLT. The hot side is hot, and the other side is floody. Rhinen hand in hand. A look at the roaring Wilmette River just prior to the confluence with Netchug past Wilmette. It becomes the Shettekirk River. Thank you, too. One more thing. You know? It's funny. I was hanging out with H last night. We had steaks, listened to rock and roll. I was just talking about, it's like no matter what happens now in 2020, it's just like one more thing. It's like, if, hey, aliens are here, it's like, well, it's one more thing. It's like, hey, you got crypto versus fiat war. Hey, it's one more thing. Hey, you got interdimensional demons showing up. It's like, hey, it's just one more thing. You know what I'm saying? 2021 has definitely been a volcano advent calendar every month with new volcanoes popping off. Technically, you can count the Caspian Sea as the July volcano eruption, but as we know, we've seen multiple major eruptions in new, semi-new places over the years. So will we see a West Coast United States America volcano eruption? And I'm not talking like end of the world, but, you know, like causing problems and being like, oh my God, Lesson Peak is erupting. I don't know. I think the chances are high that it's possible over the next 1 to 2 years. The last time a volcano erupted in California, it was 1915 with Lesson Peak. And in, was it Washington? It was Mount St. Helens in 1980. So American volcanoes outside of Alaska are possible. Then they have volcanoes in Canada too. Anywho, it's another incredible heat wave out west, says Matthew Capucci, whose name sounds like a cross between a gangster and a coffee. Las Vegas may break their all-time record of 117 degrees, and Death Valley is flirting with the highest temperatures ever reliably recorded on Earth. Bootleg fire in Oregon is threatening the vital Northern California power grid lines. Bay Area crews join firefight. It's crazy as all the billionaires are going into space. All the middle class people and even lower upper class and lower class people are having problems with their power grids across the board. It has been a theme through 2021, and that theme continues, which is strange because, like, I don't remember the power grids having problems in the 80s, the 90s, or like 2000 to 2010, or, you know, I don't know, crazy days, dude. And it dawned on me, like, Taylor Swift is re-releasing her album Red from 2012. One of her big hits off that album was We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. And now, looking back on it, that song can be used appropriately for Republicans and Democrats. Like in 2012, they didn't super hate each other like they do now and are like in some cold civil war. But no, we still have a political divide that is deeper than it's ever been in the country. So as billionaires are going to space and shit is falling apart and crime is through the roof, we still cannot get any type of common ground, cohesion, teamwork. Hey, let's all be civilized and cool attitude. Will that change? God, I hope so. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? Can you feel me? I put out a video last night called This Is Total Nonsense, and I did it just for fun. Like 10 people unsubscribed. I was like, oh, I told you it was nonsense. What were you expecting? Happy birthday, super badass Nikola Tesla. Man, I wish they would have gone with your give everybody power for free instead of Thomas Edison's, you know, charge everybody tons for lots of stuff all the time. Breaking news. The G20 ministers have endorsed taxing the super rich and the biggest corporations in the world. Apparently, they haven't really been paying taxes since the 2008 financial collapse, which is weird, but whatever. We know the world is weird, don't we? But man, you know, everybody's got their own opinion about this space race, and July is a big month. Hopefully we can talk about it in a live stream, and I'm going to do a Moonraker video, so stay tuned. But stay aware, because, you know, 2021 is still going to be surprising and dangerous in some areas and fashions. Read Timmer, enhanced risk for late season windbag event. What did you call me, bro? Oklahoma City through Springfield, Missouri, and even a lobe of slight risk into Omaha, who saw a lot of wind damage last night. Active July continues. Great. Now I'm thinking of the days I used to be so lucky I got to nibble on women's earlobes. Those were good days. Anyway, over the next few days, Mars and Venus will be conjuncting in the sky close together. Supposedly this is going to be good luck and give everyone a very romantic boost. So do your best to have fun over this week, from, this whole week. And then the moon will be up there. This is the 12th. And so, find someone and dip kiss them, but get their consent, of course. Japan is on alert for more landslides as heavy rain persists. That's not good news. To me, all the doom and gloom is like a weird aphrodisiac. You didn't even know that, but we're past 10 minutes of me giving you good information, so I can kind of throw weird shit in there if I want. It is my channel, after all. Exceptional warmth has seeped well into the Arctic Circle in the northernmost parts of Norway and Finland, areas that are typically locked in ice and snow for a large portion of the year. Now, I just want to say again, if we are doomed in all this gloom, shouldn't we be working harder to have fun? I know that sounds weird, but it's how I feel. All right, so yeah, we're talking about heavy flooding and rain for Japan. But hey, the internet is always going to be showing pictures of beautiful women, so I just have to learn to deal with it somehow, some way. Hey, you should shut your face. Widespread rain events over the pond. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then we had that 6.0 earthquake just the other day, right about here. And so I always watch out for earthquakes and volcanoes during very high heat and large pressure, high pressure zones. So, sweet Caroline, bum-ba-da. The 6.0 earthquake didn't kill anybody, it didn't hurt anybody, but it did drop a bunch of boulders. So, Alaskan teen passenger causes plane to nosedive after taking over the controls. Man, kids these days, huh? The volcano eruption in Iceland is not over yet. Grand Junction, Colorado set an all-time record high temperature with 107 degrees yesterday. Bum-ba-da. And the sugar fire sounds sexy, but it is not. Apparently, some of the fires in Russia have been really, really, really bad, especially compared to the California and Canadian fires, but they just don't get a lot of news over in the USA for some reason. Maybe not even in Russia. I don't know what Russian news is like. Scandinavia had a sky full of lightning. Some people probably like, I didn't believe you about earthquake boulders in California, Nevada. But here they are. And someone was like, man, that's like a Hollywood stage. They placed those boulders there. It's like, what? Who the freak would go? I don't know. So yeah, the 6.0 earthquake, man. Earthquakes are real. I don't know. You don't have to believe in earthquakes if you don't want to. You don't even have to believe in boulders if you don't want to. You're still free to believe in whatever you want to. And I guess I'm very glad and appreciative for that. I hope Jeff Bezos isn't Lex Luthor. Richard Donner, the director of Lethal Weapon and Superman 1 and 2, passed away. I highly recommend rewatching Superman 1. It is one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. And I was thinking, if cryptocurrency is like Kryptonite against Superman, meaning all the good men and women of Earth, and they have been, curtailing us for the last 12 years or so, then we could be in trouble. But stay tuned. Due to planetary angular orbital momentum, we are expecting more earthquakes and volcano eruptions over the next few years until we get more balance in our solar system. But hey, thanks again to everybody for all your love and support. The June 14th square of Saturn and Uranus through July 10th, the 9th really, was super crazy for me. And so I made it, and I'm very grateful. Hopefully things will get better now. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. And thanks again to everybody in Astro Fight Club. You guys are super duper incredible, awesome, fantastic, and I love you. But hopefully we'll make it to the 139. this weekend. That would be great. And I'll go live and say too much stuff, but I got a lot to say. Okay, but thank you again to everybody. You guys are incredible, and I like reading the list, if you don't mind. Here you go. Thank you to everybody in Asteroid Fight Club, all the cool people out there, everyone keeping civilization standing, and thank you again to Rejoice, Charles, Theresa, Fairytale Inc., Susan, Dave, Timothy, George, Andrea, Charles, Mr. Fun, the Texas Angel, Jennifer, Robert, Richard, Barbara, Arnica, Dustin, Andrea, Lexus, Lauren, Richard, Scott, Glenda, Lightsoul, Dan, Marlita, Daryl, Brian, Ann, KJ, Max, Catherine, Gregory, the Wizard of Oz, Charlotte, Matthew, Robert, Carolyn, and Loretta, plus any and every muse I've ever had. All right, stay cool, have a good weekend, play good defense, and yeah, embrace optimism and fun and smiles and happiness when it comes your way. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all in the near future. Peace out.